Hello there, audience, friends, family. How you doing tonight? This is Bill Griesmer from Stonegate Capital. As promised, I'm here with a short video about some activities that we are doing at our company. So the first thing I have for you tonight is a short case study here. This is a new asset that I presented on just over the weekend at the Midwest Note Summit that I'm going to talk about in just a little bit. This asset was located in Youngstown, Ohio. And just so you know ahead of time, as I go through this, you might wonder, why didn't he buy this? Why isn't he talking about it? Well, I'm going to talk about that, and this kind of shows you the value of doing your complete due diligence. So the BPO, that stands for broker price opinion. That's basically what this house is worth. I did have that checked by a realtor in the area. House was worth about $45,000. Had it checked out by the realtor, looked like it was in pretty good shape. The unpaid balance on this note, which is the amount of money that we were looking at buying, was $22,400. I rounded that off a little bit just to make all this easier to fit up on the screen. The monthly payment of this house was right around $354, which I like. I try to invest more than $300 per month whenever possible. Not invest more. I try to get a payment of more than $300 per month whenever possible. The purchase price on this note was $13,500. That was a little bit higher than our original bid. But if you figured all that out, the projected return on investment, this is just for the first year. If we were able to get him reinstated, in other words, to get him paying on his loan again, he or she, actually, I shouldn't specify just he, was 32%. So everything was looking really, really good. I got a realtor out to look at the house. He said it was in pretty good shape. The catch to this story is then I ordered an O&E from Pro Title, and something didn't look quite right to me. So I turned around and forwarded that O&E report, that stands for Ownership and Encumbrances Report. It's in essence, a type of title report. So I forwarded that information to my attorney, Tony Satile, and Tony said, yep, he confirmed what I thought. My research and my gut suspicion was correct. There was a problem with the title there. Something wasn't recorded right some time ago. And as a result, if things went wrong, if I was not able to get this borrower reinstated, for example, then there was a very good chance I would have a lot of difficulty trying to foreclose. So trying to foreclose would have cost me a lot more money and hassle and legal fees, and really just a much bigger ball of wax or string that I wanted to handle. So I didn't end up buying this one. However, we are buying other ones. You end up with things like this, a whole great big late night reading collateral file. That is because we did just recently buy two other notes that I'll be speaking about either next week or the week after. So we have been taking action, and it feels very good to do so. So then, speaking of taking action, this past weekend was the Midwest Note Summit, located at the Great Wolf Lodge, near Cincinnati, Ohio. So had a number of speakers there. Scott Carson, my mentor and friend, was there all weekend. It was always nice to see Scott. I always learn something from him. I got to admit, it was a lot of fun to watch some of the audience, to watch their live expressions, especially when he started talking about some of the marketing activities that he teaches people. Scott, we got some copies of his marketing octagon and distribute that out to everybody. And like I said, it was a lot of fun. There were a couple glazed looks. I think even Vina Jones-Cox said, wow, this is a very good presentation that shows me everything I and we all should be doing. And then Scott talked a lot about non-performing notes. Like I said, always good to hear the basics and be re-instructed. Donna Bauer The original note buyer. She's a Buckeye native, actually, from Ohio and lives in Ohio. She spoke also, and this was great. This was the longest chance that I have had to see her speak, other than about an hour to an hour and a half spiel before. So spiel, I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, because she was quite good, actually. She was a very good speaker, very grounded, very realistic, and I actually learned a lot from her. For you experienced note investors out there, she actually presented something I'd never seen before. She showed how you can confirm that your offer to a performing note seller is in fact correct, and to make sure that you did not make a mistake. I think everyone would like to know how to do that. She did say it was proprietary. I am not sharing that with you here tonight. However, what I was going to point out, and part of the reason I talk about both Scott and Donna tonight, they both have some events coming up near the end of September. If you want to learn more about note investing, Scott is having an online note conference. It's called Note Camp. It will be September 27th to the 30th. If you wanted to find out where it is, I can put a link in my comments here on Facebook, or actually this goes on YouTube eventually also. Scott is actually having a 50% off sale right now, so might be worth checking out. This is entirely done online, so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home at your own computer, and he furnishes recordings from that also. I've been to Note Camp 3 or 4 times in a row. Always a very good experience. Got a lot of really experienced speakers on there. If you are interested in Donna Bauer focuses a little more on performing notes, although Donna, I learned this weekend, she actually does some non-performing ones as well. I guess I did know that she did at least some of it, but she actually has some materials about it. So she has a live academy in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it happens to be the same weekend, the same exact days actually, September 27th to the 30th. So might be worth checking out one or possibly both of them. Like I said, Scott records all of his, so if you did want to go to Donna's, you could watch Scott's later. I don't think Donna's is recorded. It might be. But the original note buyer, I can put a link to her website on there also if you'd like in the comments section. Happy to do that. Like I said, I really got a lot out of both speakers. And then thirdly here, one thing I really liked about this conference, it was put on by Vina Jones-Cox and then CORE, Columbus, Ohio Real Estate Entrepreneurs, and then Cincinnati REIA. One of the things I really liked about this one was we also had a number of, I've got on here, ordinary heroes. This is people that, we didn't actually have a course to sell or something along those lines, but we had a number of speakers from people who were just kind of everyday people that were out doing the business. Myself personally, I had the chance and the great opportunity to speak for about 45 minutes to an hour on due diligence. My friend Justin Bogart gave a really great presentation on brokering notes and how to go about doing that and how he runs his business. My friend Keith Collins spoke about it was a little bit of an adventure, but it ended up being a pretty darn good note deal that he had worked out with his wife, Lisa. Mike Nees was another speaker there who spoke about a note deal that he had gotten done. So like I said, it was really nice to kind of see people just who are actually out there doing things and having success with note investing. And then Michelle Price from Equity Trust talked about, how you can do a lot of these note deals in your IRA and have all that accrue to you tax-free. That is a big, big deal for a lot of people. So that's it tonight. Trying to keep these short and sweet. And I see actually a lot of people have logged on here. Chris and Laura and 2 Chris's actually. And Haley and Ginny and who's this Heidi Gagnon Griesmer? Oh yeah, that's my wife. better not get in trouble here, everybody. And then looks like Perry also, and George and Cheryl. So Laura's got a clap there. Does anyone have any questions or anything about either this case study or the Midwest Note Summit? Any questions from anybody? Okay, well, just wanted to present some information about the case study and then also a wrap up of this. It was really great to speak there this weekend. I really had a lot of fun with it and was able to meet a lot of great people and hopefully get a little bit more people at least aware of note investing and what it can do for you. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a fantastic night. And just remember, that's how you climb the hill. All right, thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.